EVE Online. Let's watch the intro cinematic, and then we'll make a character, and then get into the tutorial.
Earth. The origin of our ancestors. A century had passed since they discovered the Eve Gate. A wormhole. Passage to a remote corner of the universe. New Eden. It was the largest colonization effort in the history of man. The mass settlement of hundreds of strange new worlds. We thought nothing could stop us. After the Eve Gate collapsed, countless colonies perished. The scattered survivors forgot the old world. Fragments of mankind, light years apart, lost contact. Thousands of dark years passed until humanity rose again to be with the stars. In different corners of New Eden, great empires had evolved. 4 different faces of humanity. When they clashed, the wars were merciless. Out of the years of conflict, a new kind of human emerged. One capable of immortal life. To transform into this rare breed, we pay the ultimate price. At the moment of death, our mind is transferred to a fresh clone. We have become immortal. In the sky, we reach farther. On the ground, we strike harder. The empires are losing their grasp on power. And as our age begins to dawn, they will learn to fear us.
Greetings, dear viewers. This is EVE Online, a massively multiplayer online role-playing game set in the future, of course, very futuristic, very space shooter, sci-fi kind of stuff. Pretty cool. The game itself revolves around mostly a player-based economy. Player corporations and the things players do in this game truly matter. In fact, they shape the course of the game and what happens in it. There is obviously some NPC interaction and things like that. There's obviously an infrastructure set up for solo play and things like that, but for the most part, the driving factor behind this game are the player-based corporations and alliances, and the goals that the players set are what largely drive forward the progression of the EVE Online story and what actually happens in the game. So, I think for the most part in the story. But anyway, I'm going to jump in here. I've got a couple of months subscription for this game. Truth is, I've played it sporadically over the past, I don't know, decade or so. This game's been around. I jump in every few years, for maybe a week, maybe a month, now and then. And that's kind of what I intend to do now. I want to jump in, check it out, see what's changed, and maybe begin to find my place in this massive EVE Online universe. But most likely I'm just going to play it for a little bit, and then set it down again for a few years, because that's been my history with it. But who knows? Maybe this time it'll catch. Maybe this time it'll catch on, and I'll actually find a place in this big universe among a corporation, or maybe even start my own. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I'm just going to jump in and play it by ear. In any case, we're going to pick our race now. And I usually go Caldari. I like Caldari. I like their ships. So we're going to go Caldari this time.
The Caldari state is a union of powerful mega-corporations governed by a strict meritocracy. The state is a fiercely competitive and ruthless society whose hyper-capitalistic ways have brought its people both misery and triumph.
So there you go. That's the Caldari introduction.
Once a thriving tribal civilization, the Minmatar were enslaved by the Amar Empire for hundreds of years. Most were freed after a great rebellion, but only at a tremendous cost. Today, the Minmatar Republic is a strong, resurgent nation, determined to win back the glory of its past.
And there you have the Minmatar. It's very difficult to navigate this.
The Amar Empire is the largest and oldest of the 4 empires. Ruled by a mighty empress, Amar is a theocratic society capable of selfless acts and unspeakable evil, all in the name of their god.
There you have the Amar.
The only true democracy of New Eden, the Gallente Federation is a powerful and prosperous multicultural dominion that welcomes outsiders with open arms. Intolerant of closed societies, the Gallente are fierce defenders of personal and social liberties.
And there you have the Gallente. I usually go Caldari whenever I do play, so I'm going to go Caldari again. As we've seen, they're very corporate driven, and that's kind of cool. So here we go. Alright then. So now we get to choose our bloodline, and I don't know a whole lot about these, so I'm going to read through them real quick and see what they're all about. Alright, so I've read through these 3. And the Severe here, these are the fighters of the Caldari, it says here. They're absolute masters of focused aggression. So they're the fighters. I'm assuming their stats start out in a more combative configuration. The Detaeus, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But this bloodline are the leaders. They are inspired by the notion that the needs of the individual come after the needs of the many. So they're very selfless in that regard. They're leaders both politically and militarily, and in the military. And the Achura here are mostly explorers. They're fairly new to the stars, so they're basically just getting their bearings within the Caldari and within space travel in general. To me, the one that seems most appealing are the Detaeus in the leadership role, so I'll be selecting that. Oh, did I select male? Yes, I did. Alright, and here we have customization. I'm just going to do the whole random thing. How do I randomize? Now, there's a lot of customization that you can do here. Like, you can click and... like you can... oh, that's actually kind of cool. They make it pretty easy, actually. Wow, no slider bars or anything. That, to me, is pretty interesting. No slider bars, you just click the part of the body that you want to adjust. Oh, there's Discord. Let me see if I can do something about that right quick. Alright, we're back. But mostly, I just want to do like a random thing. Can I do a random thing? Is this one? Randomize all. There we go. randomize this and let it randomize a character for me. Okay. I kind of like the clothing, but I'm not too pleased with the facial bit. Zoom in on face. Let's randomize again. See what we get. That guy looks ridiculous, but cool. Wow, this guy is generic. This guy is straight up generic. Alright, so let's not do that. This guy is kind of the opposite of generic. I like his general look. That's okay with me. Let's change the hair a little bit here. Can I randomize just the hair? Yes, I can. Sweet. Go for an Xavier look there. Maybe. You know what? I'm okay with this. I don't know. I don't really like that patch of thicker hair, that stripe. Oops, I'm kind of dinking with his ears a little bit here. Didn't mean to. Whatever. That looks okay, I guess. Let's try again. That's good. Okay. Kind of redo the hair. The randomization is cool, man. It does some pretty sweet things. I always like playing around with the randomization options here. Hey, this one looks good. This one looks okay. I just need to have like actual hair now. Let's pick an actual hairstyle. This one? Nope. This one? No. This one? No. This one? Sorry, I'm finding all these hairstyles like incredibly entertaining. Here we go. This is not bad at all. Okay, now can I do hair color? Can I change the hair color of the hair to black? That's what I want to do. Let's change that. We're almost set. We're almost set. Skin details, shape, complexion. I mean, that's for his skin. Hairstyles. Oh, hair color. Root color. There we go. Can we do this? That's the root color, and then we can do this for that color right there. Actually, make it a little bit lighter. There. That seems fine to me. I'm actually perfectly okay with this look. As far as the clothing is concerned, you know what? Let's see what they got for clothes. Let's see. Let's go blip, and blip, 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 blip. There we go. Zoom. Kind of very easy to customize this character. That's pretty sweet. I kind of like these clothes already. They're very... Whoa, that guy looks awesome. Wait, my game just froze. Okay, there we go. It was loading up the next set. Wow, whenever I scroll through these clothing options, it does a thing. It loads. Okay, we got a lot of jackets. This is on the outer layer. What if I don't want an outer layer? Let's close that up. Okay. Mid layer. It's on the mid layer here. Oh, hey. I kind of want something that's got a little warmer colors. That's fine for me. I can't believe I'm actually having fun customizing a character. I normally don't get too involved in this, but this is actually pretty fun. TBH. Alright, top. Let's see what kind of tops we have. We can go t-shirt. Looks like it's a t-shirt style. Tucking? What is this? Oh, it's covered. Is that can't be right. If I do this, it doesn't change because we've got something over it, right? It's bottom. Scroll. Let's just scroll to the start here. Yeah, there's something over it on the outer layer. Mid layer. Oh, because we've got that. Like if we were to take this off, then we could see that. Okay, well, we can go with that because that looks very military. That looks pretty cool to me. But I like this getup, so we're gonna go with that right there. And I don't think I can change the actual color of this mid layer. But that looks good to me, so we're gonna stick with that. Okay, portrait. Okay. Oh, right. Yes, right. You get to take a portrait of your character. Backgrounds. You can select a background for your portrait. This is what represents you in-game chat and in your profile in-game and things like that. I need something that looks commending. Something that looks cool. Let's see. These are getting more and more ridiculous as I keep going on. Yeah, these are just starting to look like they didn't put a lot of thought into them. Wow, there are a lot of backgrounds. There's 84 of these, and they keep getting worse as I keep going forward. Well, not worse, but they look less like they belong in a portrait. I'll probably just go with this one. This is classic. This is classic EVE Online stuff. Alright, now we got poses. What kind of pose do we want to do here? Nope. 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 We can dance if we want to. We can leave your... Can I do this? Can I do... Like this? Like this? Like this? Like this? Can I scroll? No, let me scroll. Let me scroll left and right. I'd love to. Dang it. We can dance if we want to. You can leave your friends behind because they don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. Yeah. We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind because they don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. No, we'll just be standing up straight, thank you. Lighting. What kind of lighting do we want? Intensity? Whoa, some bright light. Or we can go like all dark. Nah, I like this. Choose which direction the light comes from. Apparently you can make 4 portraits right now. Whoa, you can get like all messed up here. He's like, we can dance if you want to. We can leave your friends behind. Because they don't dance. And if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. That's great. Give him a little wince there, like that. Can I turn his whole head? Can I turn the whole head? We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Because they don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. Yeah. There we go. We can dance if you want to. We can leave your friends behind. This is great. This is fan-freaking-tastic. Oh, that's fucking amazing. It's like, this is meant to be played with. Why can't we? Okay, so this is cool. Anyway, that's like kind of extremely cocky of a look. Reset expression. It's gonna be like this, and we're gonna change the lighting back to normal. You can be like this and be like all serious. And that can be his portrait, like raw. I can't make a pose that doesn't look like generic anime or just generic in general, right? I can't seem to do that. This looks sinister. Yeah, reset expression. So this looks fine. Okay, this looks like a good portrait. Just gonna set him up right there and be like, click. That's one portrait right there. But apparently we can make more. So let's go ahead and have some fun and do some of these. Do some of these like generic anime style ones right here. Like... Okay, let's do some dark lighting. I can't believe I'm having so much fun with this. Let's do some dark lights here. Where's the lighting? What can I do? Oh, we can choose different light colors too. Okay, what else? Oh, that looks good. That's a good direction for the light. Okay, actually, this one right here. This one. Right here. Looks like his bathroom is over here off to the right of the screen. And it looks like he's like looking into his bathroom like, yeah, I bought toothpaste. This is good. We're gonna do the toothpaste one right here. Like, click! Toothpaste. Wow, he looks like the Count right there or something. That's crazy! Alright, now we gotta do one that looks like really... It looks like really inspiring. That alone looks pretty good, just doing it like that. But we gotta do it this way. Can we turn it this way? Yes, we can. Be like this. No, that looks like a mugshot. You can be like... Actually, this looks thought-provoking. Like, oh... Like, what is the meaning of all this? What must I do for my soldiers? What's the best course of action? Is it to sing? We can dance if we want to! Okay. That's freaking amazing! I love this. This is great. Alright, so it's gotta look like... Okay, we're gonna do color 1, and we're gonna change to this. Yeah, this looks kind of like an inspiring sort of look. We turn him a little bit more, and maybe like this. No. Oh, that's more what I'm looking for right there. There we go. I'll kind of center him a bit. Make sure his shoulders show, because that's important. Then we go, plap! There we go. See, that looks pretty cool. Alright, we got one more. What kind do we want here? We already got that one. That looks freaking amazing. That looks cool. Alright, so we gotta reset. What kind do we want here? See, let's do one with a full body shot right here, just like this. And let's change his pose. Let's change the pose. Oh no, that doesn't look that great. We can dance if we want to. Oh man, he looks like he's ready to fight in this one. That's crazy. All right, let's change his expression. You ready to fight, man? Is that what this is all about? The mouth expression is fine. Okay. I kind of just like it like this. Okay, let's see what we can do with the lighting. See if the lights change anything. Whoa! That looks awesome! That looks like some back room kind of like brawl getting ready stuff right there. Okay, wow, this all looks pretty cool. We just change the intensity of the light here a little bit. Dang, do we really only get 4 of these? Well, check that out. We gotta center him a little bit more if we're gonna do that. There we go. That's pretty cool looking, actually. But I want another one so that I can do this lighting. No, this lighting, because that looks amazing to me. Yeah, I think I like it better where you can see the light, because where you can see like his face and stuff like that. Because if he's gonna be in a small little portrait icon like that, you want to be able to make that kind of stuff out. Okay, so we got this. I got this. This one looks so ridiculous. I kind of want to redo this one, because it doesn't really look right to me. Yeah, let's redo this one. I kind of want to redo this one. I still want to have the same idea for what to do. We're gonna kind of do this and pull this out this way. Maybe he won't have the smirk. Let's reset his expression. And go like this. Maybe he won't have the smirk. Maybe he'll just be like this. Kind of like the way this looks, just like that. There we go. See, that looks a lot cooler, I think. Alright, that looks more like an album for his portrait. Alright, let's hit next. Wait. Do I only get to pick one? If I only get to pick one, I want it to be this. I thought I got to make 4 and then use all 4. Well, that's fine. I'll use that one. Maybe all 4 will show up somewhere else. But who knows? Who knows? Alright, choose my ancestry. Whoa, merchandisers, scientists, or a tube child. Let's do merchandisers, because that's cool. Maybe he was a scientist leader. No, let's do merchandisers. Choose my education. State War Academy, Science and Trade, School of Applied Knowledge. Now we're going to do State War Academy. Choose my name. Alright, let's try Xalamon. And the family name, can we just randomize? Do we need one? Check availability. Sounds good. Maybe we don't need a family name. Finalize. Submit this picture as your portrait? Yeah, sure. I guess you only get 1 portrait. I don't know why they let you use 4 there. It begins. We are playing. Ah, this must be my ship. Greetings, pilot. You have advanced to the elite status of Capsuleer in the New Eden cluster. I am Aura, your AI assistant. I am going to show you just a few of the many opportunities New Eden has to offer you as a Capsuleer. We'll take it slow at first, and when you're ready we will neutralize some hostiles posing a threat to this star system. Then we'll move on to how you can start building your wealth and power in New Eden. As a Capsuleer, you gain new abilities by training skills. You will eventually unleash the full capabilities of your mind. As you train skills, pathways in your brain become more advanced, giving you access to new ships, modules, and activities. Starting a skill training now would be a great first step in your new life. Alright, start skill training. Go to your character sheet in the Neocom. I guess that would be right here, right? Yeah, okay. where your portrait is in the top left corner. Open the training queue and drag a skill from the list. Okay, let's open this up. Click. Okay, let's move this so we can see this. Open the training queue and drag a skill from the list on the left. Okay, where's the training queue? Open training queue. Okay, and drag a skill from the list on the left into the panel on the right. Alright, so which of these skills do I want to learn? There's a lot of different skills, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff online about what you probably should start with, but, you know, whatever. Targeting, what is that? Long-range targeting, signature analysis, target management. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff here. Let's try spaceship command. Caldari frigate. I've already got Caldari frigate level 3. Now you can see here it takes 1 day, 17 hours, 23 minutes, and 40 seconds to train this skill. But a lower level skill only takes like 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 14 seconds. So let's see. I've already got Caldari frigate. So what is spaceship command actually? The basic operation of spaceships, 2% improved ship agility for all ships per skill level. That seems pretty nice. What are my high skills already? Let's see what I've already got. Current skills 53 with 399,000 skill points already allocated. Looks like I've already got 142,000 skill points allocated in engineering. Capacitor management, capacitor systems operation, CPU management, electronics upgrades, power grid management. It seems like my character has already rolled out with the way that I've with the options that I've chosen at startup, has already been rolled with some skills that help manage a ship in a more efficient manner. We'll put it that way. Because we got capacitor management, capacitor systems operation. So if I can already run ships fairly efficiently, and I can already do frigates, I think what I might want to do is I might want to do something along the lines of gunnery, controlled bursts. Ooh, I've already got gunnery level 4 right here. That's kind of amazing. Rapid firing, skillet, the rapid discharge of weapon turrets, 4% bonus per skill level to weapon turret rate of fire. So this directly increases my DPS and only takes 7 hours to increase. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to do rapid firing, and it's under gunnery, so we're going to select gunnery over here. And we're going to take rapid firing and add it to the training queue. There we go. Alright, so we are now training a skill. In 7 hours, 19 minutes, and 2 seconds, I will have level 3 of rapid firing, which will increase my DPS by about 4%. So that's pretty cool. So now we're going to close this. Apply changes. Oh, I didn't hit apply. Yes, of course. So I closed it. Completed. Start training a skill. Well, done already. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Yes, please. Take a look around. In space, situational awareness is the key to your survival. Let me show you how to become aware and alert. Alright, let me close the character sheet. How do we become aware and alert? Take a look around. Moving the camera. Try rotating the camera view around your ship by holding down the left mouse button and moving the mouse. Hold left to move the mouse. Whoa, sweet. I mean, I've done this before, but I mean, the graphics have definitely been changed. A little bit. It looks pretty nice, in other words. Okay, so we're looking around. Zooming the camera. You can zoom the level of the camera using the mouse wheel. Try zooming out and back in. Pretty neat. It's strange that if you pull the mouse back, it zooms in, though. That's strange. Scout out the area. You can set your camera viewpoint to look at objects near you, other than your own ship, such as enemies or asteroids. Enemy ships are identified by their red icon. Right-click a red icon and use the Look At command to inspect a nearby enemy vessel. Oops, I clicked and held on my ship there. It gave me a radio menu, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to use the Look At command on an enemy vessel. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit more so I can get a better view of where they could possibly be. There's one. Okay, so if I select that, it's a Belter Hoodlum. This is an example of a hostile ship you will soon need to eliminate to make the system safer. Okay, so what I do, it says right-click on the red icon and select Look At. There we go. Zoom! There's a zoom on that ship. Okay. Return view to ship. After looking at other ships or objects, you can always bring your viewpoint back to your ship by right-clicking and selecting Look At My Ship. Yeah, but let's go ahead and take a look at this Kestrel. This is what the Belter Hoodlum is flying. I can't really get a read on its stats or anything, but this is the vessel. It's a frigate. that this hoodlum, 33 kilometers away in space, is actually piloting. Alright, so we can right-click and select Look at My Ship. Do it now to take a good look at your ship. Its capsule technology and deadly weaponry means you can deal with those criminals. Okay, right-click, look at my ship. Zoom! Done already! Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Yes, of course. Wow, apparently I'm getting money for finishing these. That's pretty cool. Get into position. As a capsuleer, your mind is directly connected to your ship. Your thoughts are its commands. Its damage is your pain. Wow, wait, oh, taking damage is your pain. Your piloting skills will be vital in your future career. Currently, there are hostile ships in your area that are part of a rogue cloning gang. We should get you into position to take them out and remove their threat from the system. Okay. How do we do that? Manual piloting. You can set a course for your ship by double-clicking anywhere in space. Try double-clicking near one of the hostile ships that are indicated by red icons. Keep in mind that if you do not stop at some point, you could be floating out there forever. You can stop your ship by clicking the minus symbol on the speedometer, which is down here. There's your current speed. That is located on your ship HUD at the bottom middle of the screen. Alright, so let's find a hostile criminal again. That same one, I think that is. And let's double-click toward them. Approaching Belter Hoodlum. Completed. Approach the enemy. Okay. Find and approach the enemy. Approaching. Keep up the pressure. You will be rewarded for your assistance in the looting of a few Serpentis shipyard and research facility sites. Okay, well, we'll pay attention to that later. So here goes our ship. Our ship is on the move toward that hoodlum. And we are currently moving at 337 meters per second, closing the gap between us and this Belter hoodlum. Because I double-clicked directly on it, my ship is going to fly straight to it. Find and approach the enemy. Apparently, I'm hoping once we get close enough, it's going to tell us how to begin attacking it. 15 kilometers. That should be in range, to be honest. Alright. It also told us how to stop, though, so we're going to stop at 10 kilometers away. And we'll stop now. Bloop. Ship stopping. Okay. It's only 9,000 meters away now. Okay, I double-clicked near it for it to work. Okay, would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Yes. So don't double-click directly on it, double-click near it. Take out the threat. Alright, let's step back so we can read this. I'll double-click somewhere else in space. My ship's gonna slow down, we can see the speed turning, speed lowering as the ship turns around. Alright, so now we're actually moving away from the hoodlum, and we're gonna stop right here. The nearby hostiles are a threat to your Empire's Capsuleer training program. This is a secure system and their presence is unwanted and poses a risk to civilians. By removing this threat, you will help your Empire and gain some useful combat experience. Removing the hostiles will be beneficial to your ISK or ISK balance, as you will collect a bounty as well. Okay? So, orbit one of the hostiles. The nearby hostile ships are not controlled by capsuleers as indicated by their icons. These individuals have chosen to live outside the bounds of civilized behavior. You should restore order by eliminating them. The red color indicates they are hostile and legitimate targets. Select an enemy ship by clicking it, or choosing it in the overview, and then right-click and choose to begin an orbit around the enemy ship. This is the overview over here that shows you all the things within your range, or the things that that are near you, or around you, or things that you can see basically in space. Basically. So we need to begin orbiting this thing. Orbiting a ship puts you in a good position to engage in combat with it. So let's go ahead and right-click on the Belter Hoodlum. We can do so right here and select orbit, or we can do so right here, because that is the Belter Hoodlum that we are near, because we know it's 10 kilometers away. It's 10 kilometers away. So let's go ahead and right-click it in the overview. Nah, let's do it right here. And we will orbit. Let's just go ahead and orbit it at, let's say, 5,000 meters. There we go. Lock target on the enemy. Before you can open fire, you will need to lock the ship's weapon systems on your target. You can lock in the enemy by right-clicking the ship in the overview and selecting Lock Target. Alternatively, you can hold down the left mouse button over the ship to open the radio menu and select the Lock command. Okay. If hostiles haven't engaged you already, they certainly will once they see your gun ports open. Do not worry. You are a capsuleer, and with my guidance, they will be no match for you. Okay. So, we can either right-click and lock, it says. Yeah, or there's a radio menu option too, it says. So we can just click and hold, click, and there's a lock target. Acquiring lock, you can see the little icon. Lock acquired. It's over there in the top right now. Your ship's armament is a short-range, rapid-fire turret weapon. You will want to be close to your prey for best effect. To fire your weapon, left-click on the weapon icon in your ship's HUD, and it will begin firing at your target. You can monitor the enemy ship using the target display. Notice how the damage improves as your orbit gets closer. This will not necessarily be true for all weapons, but this one is optimized for close-in fighting. That would be which one? This weapon? Civilian Gatling railgun. Fall-off range within 8.4 meters. Optimal range within 6.3 meters. And a DPS of 4.4. What is this? This here's a mining laser. So this won't do any good for us now. We've got a mining laser and a Gatling gun. Alright, so we want to be optimally within 6.3 meters. And that's what we are. That's about where we are right now. So let's go ahead and open fire. We can see how much damage we're dealing over here in the top right. We're tearing down its shields right now. You'll notice that the ships have 3 layers of defenses: shields, armor, and structure. Once your weapons have penetrated their shields and armor and inflict catastrophic damage to the structure, their hulls will give in and their reactors will explode. Attack your target until it's destroyed. There we go. We're piercing its hull now, and the ship is down. Oh, it landed a shot on me though. Dealt a little bit of damage to our shields. Okay, finish the job and clear out the remaining hostile ships. Feel no remorse at transforming them into space dust. This is a secured area of your Empire's space where thugs and criminals are not tolerated. Destroy 5 more criminal ships. Once you've destroyed the enemy ships, we'll investigate their wrecks. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish off the rest of the ships. I'm going to zoom out. We can zoom out really far, by the way. Notice how far out we've zoomed. This is extremely far. For a little bit of reference, the nearest object is this Belter hoodlum right there. That's 11 kilometers away from me, but if I zoom out, we can see it's basically right next to me in this zoom, so you can zoom out really, really far. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to right-click on the... that's the wreck. But yeah, you get the point. So there's what is this? A narco pusher? Let's go ahead and expand our overview here so that we can get a better look at things. There we go. Lock those together. Click. And we'll double click this so we can see the name, just like that. Doesn't work, you have to drag. Okay. Got a narco pusher, so a narcotics pusher. Let's right click that narcotics pusher. We'll orbit it at 5,000 meters and let my ship close in. You can see that my ship is about to turn around. And then we're going to get close. And once we get within optimal range of our civilian Gatling railgun, we'll open fire. And then we're going to inspect all their wrecks and see what we can salvage out of all this stuff for selling later. So we got a pusher out here. And this is just the beginnings. This is just the beginning of a Capsuleer's life in EVE Online. As we slowly approach this pusher. What else do we have here? Cargo hold, let's click that. Ah, we're in an Ebis, of course, of course. An Ebis is a classic starter ship. Gonna approach this narco pusher very slowly. What is this icon? Non-Capsuleer log-off timer. Cause combat with non-Capsuleer. Consequence: ship will remain in space on log-off until timer expires. Oh, I see. Pretty cool. Okay. We're still 18 kilometers out as we approach this narco pusher. Wonder what happens if we hit this asteroid. This colossal asteroid. Because I think it's on the other side. Oh, they've noticed me. They're firing at me. Oh, they're dealing damage. My ship looks like it wants to sail right through this asteroid. Okay, so it's going to do that. Oh, okay. We've hit the asteroid's hitbox. And we're taking damage from multiple targets at the same time. But we can't close in to where we want to because of this asteroid. This is not cool. Maybe we can open fire while inside this asteroid? I've clicked my gun, and I'm going to click this target now. It should lock onto it automatically. And we can see that our shields have taken damage down here. Okay, opening fire. Looks like we're just going to sail right through this asteroid at some point. Okay, we're going down at shields. I wonder if I can lock multiple targets at a time. Oof, we're taking lots of hits here. I'm going to try and lock onto the second target over there. Alright, I was able to lock onto a second target. We're within optimal range for our Gatling gun right now. Boom! We just took one out. Now we're going to select this one and immediately begin opening fire. That's why we locked on early. Okay, looks like we're going to fly out of the asteroid now. This doesn't make a lot of sense at all. But hey, it's fun. Alright, so we're going to go and lock on this one next too. Need to make sure and orbit this one at 5,000 meters. Let's go ahead and close in. Let's close the gap. I forgot to orbit, so we're going to orbit the one that we're firing at. Got my Ebis turning that way. Our shields are more than half down. They keep launching their long-range missiles at me. Well, they're not really that long-range, but they can be. 7 damage. Got a little combat log right here. 4, 7, 5, etc., etc. Alright, that one's down. Now the next one, we're going to go ahead and orbit it as well at 5,000 meters and set our railgun to fire. We're currently 11 kilometers away from it. See, because we're 11 kilometers away, our railgun is missing completely. In fact, it's probably better to just stop firing until we get within optimal range. That way we don't use up ammo. I think we've got ammo for the railgun. Now we're at pretty close to optimal range, so let's go ahead and open fire. We should begin dealing some damage now. There we go. 4, 4, 4. Their DPS was pretty good to start. Blowing him away. We can see that we've damaged his hull now. That's that third bar. One more shot should do it. There we go. Alright, target's down. Oh wait, we have to eliminate 5 more total. Okay. So let's go to this next belter hoodlum. We'll right click, orbit at 5,000 meters, because we know what the optimal range is for our Gatling gun. And where are you exactly? There you are. We can probably open fire from here. Click. So you can lock on either by right-clicking and hit lock on, or you can click your weapon and then click the target and it'll acquire lock automatically. Now there's another one 18 kilometers away. I wonder if I can lock that one from here. Yeah, it looks like it's trying. It's way over there. Now we're firing. Oh, we got that one down. Alright. So we're going to orbit this one at 5,000 meters again. This is our new target. Our Ebis is going to turn and approach. Third-person orbit around your ship or other objects in space. If I do that. Odd. I don't know what that actually is for me right now. But whatevs. I'm gonna close in on this ship now. There's a lot of icons here. The scanners. Oh, let's not play with any of this yet. Oh, first person from the cockpit of my ship? That's cool. But we're not gonna do that right now. Oh, I see. This is third person, and we can also go first person. I haven't seen first person yet. That's brand new to me. Alright, so we've got this pusher. We're going to open fire on him, and then we're actually going to right-click it and hit look at on this target. So we can see my shots actually landing. You can see that it's hitting their shields to start, and you can see this third bar right here decreasing. There we go. Now we're actually dealing damage to the armor of the ship. Their shields aren't ticking on anymore because we've already blasted through them. Boom! There's the kill. Alright. Done already. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Camera automatically zooms back to our ship. We're going to hit stop. Click. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Yes. We'll hit next. Loot the spoils. The wrecks of the hostiles you just destroyed contain valuable items. Investigate the wrecks and see what you can retrieve. Once you have the loot, you can advance to exploring a bigger part of the world. Okay? Next. So, destroyed shipwrecks often contain valuable loot that you can either use to sell for hard cash. Or that you're going to use or sell for hard cash. Hold down the left mouse button over the wreck and open cargo hold on the radial menu that appears. Okay. Let's find the wreck. There's one right there. If I double click on it, does it... Oh, it approaches it if I double click on it. Okay. So we're going to get my ship moving toward that wreck over there. And it says hold down the mouse button and hit open cargo. Okay. And if you do that, it should open cargo automatically. Let's go ahead and hit stop ship real quick. We're going to stop ship. We're not going to approach that right now. We're going to move in a different direction, in fact. I'm just trying to test something. I want to see if I click and hold on this wreck, which is right over there. Right over there. That's the wreck over there, 4,000 meters away. If I click and hold on it, and I hit open cargo, will my ship just move in range? Yeah. My ship's going to automatically move within range to open that cargo. Okay. When you have the wreck open, you can select Loot All to quickly transfer all the contents to your ship's cargo hold. And here is our ship's cargo hold. It's currently empty. But yeah, we're going to move over there to that wreck, and we'll see what is left over. There's the entire thing. Ectoplasm, civilian Gatling pulse laser, and a civilian miner. We'll just hit Loot All. Click. Pick up all of those. Loot a wreck. Okay, loot the rest of the wrecks. The remaining hostile wrecks will likely contain more items. You should search and loot them for valuables before going on your way. Loot 5 more wrecks. Okay, so we're going to close this because we already looted that. It should be empty now, right? Let's right click on it and actually we're going to hold an open cargo again. Okay, yeah, there's nothing in there. So there's that. And we're going to find the rest of the wrecks right here, and they are listed in order of how far they are away. So we're just going to do this, boom, and hit open cargo on the next one. Oh, I see. The little icons on the left here, they show which ones are empty and which ones still have loot. This one is empty because it doesn't have the little box in between the little triangle icons here. But this one does have that little box, which means there's still loot there. So that way you can easily keep track over which ones you have and have not looted. Also notice that our shields are slowly regenerating over time, which is very useful. And there is chat going on here. Corporation chat, but we're not going to click on that just yet. There we go. Civilian armor repairer blueprint, more ectoplasm, another miner, and civilian armor repairer 1. Estimated price 1.93 or 1,930 ISK. Okay, so we're gonna hit loot all. Boop. We can figure out what to do with this stuff later. We just gotta make sure and loot everything. So that's what we're gonna do. Close the loot window and get moving. Now, as you can tell, this is a fantastic game. This is going to sound weird to say, I know. But if you have a job where you can play video games at work, like the kind that you have to Alt-Tab out of a lot, this is a fantastic game that you can just have running in the background. Because as you can see, things are sort of slow, right? This isn't your typical MMORPG where by this point you would have killed like 50 guys and looted 50 dudes and completed like 5 quests, you know? This isn't one of those kinds of games. It's a slower game, it's very methodical, there's a lot of micromanagement involved, there's a lot of research, a lot of reading, and there's a ton that you can do. And where most of the appeal comes from in this game are the player corporations, which of course we haven't touched yet. We haven't gotten into any of that yet. But the player corporations set goals for their pilots and their capsuleers, and everybody works toward a common goal. And typically, often, corporations in this game, which are the equivalent of guilds, by the way, they're the equivalent of guilds or outfits or whatever you want to call them. Corporations in this game often have a command structure and people who manage other people. They're kind of like real-world corporations, like a small sample of what real-world corporations act like. And some of them act like actual real-world corporations. It's kind of crazy. So the intrigue really kicks in once you get involved in that sort of thing. So anyway, let's go ahead and hit loot all. We got some things here. And we're going to keep looting. Also, the game really doesn't take up a whole lot of resources to run. Oh, we were really close to this one. Ectoplasm, civilian Gatling railgun, loot all. And there was one more in our approach. Close that. Well, actually, there's another one right here. Just gotta loot all the loot. And yes, there are modifications you can make to your ship to make flying around these things faster. Like an afterburner! The 1MN civilian afterburner blueprint. Okay. Ectoplasm, railgun. So this is a blueprint, actually. So you can make those and sell those. And now over to the wreck over here. This should be the last thing for us to do. That was 20 kilometers away, so it might take a while to get there. So of course there are faster ships. There are ships that are more equipped for combat and things like that. This Ibis, this is a starter ship. It's a pretty good one. I actually really like it. You can see all of its hard points. It's got multiple hard points. I believe this is our Gatling gun, and this is our miner. I don't know, something like that. What is this? Set default warp to within. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Oh, set default orbit. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. I want to set the default orbit to... well, I actually don't know. Track, look at my ship, save my location. There's a lot of different options we can do. How do I set the default orbit for my ship? I don't know, we'll forget. I'd like to set my default orbit to 5,000. So that I'm always within optimal range for my gun, or my ship tries to stay within optimal range. Anyway, we're approaching this wreck here. Let's do this thing. Oh, my ship is having a difficult time getting over there because of this asteroid's tremendous hitbox. Yeah, the thing has a huge hitbox, apparently that we flew through earlier that we can't do now. Alright, so in order to get over to this wreck, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to fly out this way a little bit. Because this asteroid has a big old hitbox. See, now my ship was kind of like trying to turn left, and kept getting stopped by this thing's hitbox. So we're just going to manually pilot out here. Fly over the asteroid. Of course, over being relative. We can get a good view at that wreck first. Make sure we have a straight shot to it. And then we're going to click and hold and hit open cargo. This should be fine. We know this thing has a tremendous hitbox, so maybe we're still going to hit it a little bit, but it shouldn't be much. I don't even know what this is. What the crap is this? Probe scanner? Do I have one of those? Whoa, I have no idea what this is, to be honest with you. Cosmic signature, asteroid belt ore site. Yeah, I'm going to avoid that for right now. I don't know what that is, but it pays to be inquisitive in a game like this. It really does. This game is about exploration, economy, politics, combat. Loot all. Alright, so we've looted everything. Warp to the station. Your ship has a built-in warp drive, an incredibly powerful engine allowing you to cross great distances within star systems in a short amount of time. You can use this drive to warp to the station in this star system. Stations will be very important locations for you that offer capsuleers a variety of useful services that we should now explore. Warp to the station now by left-clicking on its icon in the overview and selecting the warp to within 0 kilometers. Alright, so the icon for substations, the icon for stations is a square. And the icon for the warp command is that arrow that looks like a warp command. Alright, so we need to find the station, and we can see it right here on our overview. Okay, we can see that it's 8.6 astral units away. So we can actually kind of look around on the screen and try and find out where it is. And if you'll notice down here, we can kind of see that that's kind of where it is, right? It's kind of in that direction, so we're just kind of do this and try and find it. But we don't really have to do that. What we can do is we can right-click and we look at which ways to go. There's my ship, and there is the station right there. It's way out there. See, now we can see where it is relative to us. In any case, we're going to right-click on it and do what it says: warp to within 0 meters.
Warp drive active.
Our ship automatically aligns toward the target, 8.64 astral units away. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Yes, please. And we can see our warp drive kick in. Zoom. Things smooth out, and you can see how quickly we can cross large distances in space. We are now very far away from where we just were, warping toward this station. And here is the station itself. The State War Academy. My kind of place. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Next. Base of Operations. Stations are an extremely important part of New Eden. They provide capsuleers with many important services and are also one of the safest places to store ships and items. One of the safest places, remember. Often, well, I can put it this way. It gets to a point where not all of your stuff is completely safe. We'll just put it that way. So, click that. Dock in the station. To use the station services, you will have to dock. Find the station icon in space or in your overview. Use the radio menu to issue the dock command. Once you are close enough, the automatic docking procedure will start. Again, it shows us what the icon for stations are and what the dock command looks like. The station icon is right there. Here's our ship. Station icon is right there. You can see how big that station actually is, too, as we zoom in and out. Crazy. So it's also right here in the overview, so we're going to right-click it in the overview. Oh, it says to hold, right? Yeah, use the radio menu to dock. And there is the dock icon, so we're going to hit that.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So now we're going to dock in the station. And here we go. We would be mostly safe from PvP in here. Store items in the station. You can safely store items and ships in hangars at any station. This is important for building your wealth in New Eden. Open your inventory using the pictured icon found on the Neocom bar on the left side of your screen. With the inventory open, drag items between your active ship's cargo and the item hangar. Alright, so let's do that. There's an icon that looks like a box. That would be this right here. This is my inventory. I'm going to hit that, okay? And drag items between your ship's cargo and the item hangar. So where is the item hangar? It's a question. It's an icon I don't see here. Drone. Oh, ship hangar, item hangar. I see. So if I click this, what happens? Okay. Click this. All right. So I got to drag items. I guess I'll just drag them all for right now. You can actually click inside here and hit Control A, you know, like a file system, and drag into the item hangar like this. Click. Cool. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Yes, please. So now we've got some items stored in this hangar. We'll figure out what to do with them a little bit later, because there are some things that you might want to look up. But these are all fairly beginner items, so really not a whole lot you can do besides sell them, maybe, unless you plan to utilize them in some fashion. So anyway, done already. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Yes. Upgrade your ship. By fitting your ship with the correct weapons and modules, you can optimize it for whatever task or adventure you want to undertake. The right combination of equipment can make even a simple ship tremendously powerful, giving you an edge over your rivals. And this is true. From what I've read about the modern version of EVE Online, you can make a very simple ship extremely powerful. It's one of those things where players who have been playing a long time don't necessarily have an advantage over you. Okay, it's one of those. It's just one of those things. Now, it may be true, like a statistical advantage, maybe, but there are ways for you to make up that advantage and be competitive, and maybe even have the advantage yourself, even against players who've been playing for a long time. So anyway, let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Unfit a module. The goal of ship fitting is to configure your ship for a certain purpose, achieved by changing the modules slotted onto your ship. To begin, let's remove a high slot module from your ship. To try this out, open the fitting service and remove a module currently fitted to the ship. For instance, your current gun can be dragged it to your items hangar. You can drag your current gun to the item hangar, basically. You'll now have the module as an item. Don't worry, it fits right back on. Okay, so there's the ship fitting in the Neocom. Let's find that icon. Looks like this right here. Click ship fitting. It's probably best that we close the inventory window because we don't need that at this point. Close that. Actually, we might need it, but we'll see. So here's the ship fitting window, and it says that we should drag something off of the ship. And it mentions the gun, so let's go ahead and drag this off. I think I might need to have my inventory open for this, actually. It's going to open inventory. Now I can either drag it into my ship's cargo, and I think I will. I'll drag it into my ship's cargo bay. We have the Ibis selected right here. Whoa. I didn't know I could drag that off. Flying between hangars. You can't fly your active ship into someone else's hangar. Okay. I don't know what I tried to do there, but that was weird. So we're going to make this window a little bit smaller so we can fit them both on the screen. Just like that. There we go. So here we have my inventory. And again, this is the item hangar inside the Ibis itself. So we're going to drag the gun off like this. Click. There we go. Unfit a module. Okay. Fit a high slot module. Your ship's high slots are primarily used for weapons, mining lasers, and probe launchers. Find a high slot module, such as a gun or a mining laser, and add it to your ship. If you have acquired another mining laser, it will come in handy. The civilian modules your ship came with are surpassed by many different variations. You should continuously seek to improve your ship's fitting so you can leave a greater mark on the world. Alright, so it gave a pretty good suggestion. We've got a civilian Gatling gun here. Let's open up the item hangar that we dropped all of our items into earlier. Let's see if we can find a better Gatling gun. Nope, we've only got civilian Gatling guns here. we've only got civilian style things right now. So we don't really have any upgrades of any kind. So we could drag like a... Well, this is a Gatling pulse laser. I haven't tried a pulse laser yet. But I want to stick with the Gatling gun anyway. Just personal preference right now. Civilian Gatling... Wait, this is a civilian Gatling railgun, and this is a civilian Gatling autocannon. I wonder what the difference is between these two. I can right-click and show info. Let's see. Opened it up over here. Energy weapon. Information. Civilian Gatling autocannon. Low-powered, rapid-fire, multi-barreled projectile weapon that delivers a steady stream of damage. Generates its own ammo from space particles. Cannot use standard projectile ammo. Attributes, and it shows you a whole bunch of things here. Now, having played EVE Online before, I know what I'm looking for in this. A little bit, not a whole lot. But optimal range is mostly what I wanted to find here. 750 meters. So this is a very, very, very close range weapon. The autocannon is. Doesn't require any ammo, as we just read in the description. Okay? But it deals a ton of damage up close. So you get in right up in the other ship's face, and you just barrage them with a steady stream of damage off of this Gatling autocannon. Whereas the Gatling railgun we were using, let's go ahead and drag the Gatling autocannon back into the Aegis's hangar here. And then we'll go to the hangar, and we can see the two guns that we have here. Fitting, high power, requires a high power slot, which matches this icon. You can see that icon right there, empty high slot, and it says it requires that. CPU usage and power grid usage, those are things you have to become concerned with a little bit later. We won't touch those right now. And it shows you what requirements... it shows you what skills are required to use this weapon. It requires small projectile turret level 1, which I don't currently have, right? But level 1 takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to train, as it shows right there. Operation of small projectile turrets. We don't have that skill right now, and we're currently training a different skill. So I don't want to switch off of that skill in order to train this up so that we can equip this autocannon. But I'm going to try and equip it anyway to see if it'll let me, despite my lack of the correct skill. Unable to bring civilian Gatling autocannon online. This action requires having learned the following skills. Okay, so I can fit it to my ship, but it is offline on my ship, so that's why it's grayed out, because I can't use it. So we'll drag it off, and we'll put the civilian Gatling railgun back on. Okay, so we did that. Fit a mid-slot module. The ship's mid-slots are often fit with modules used to enhance your shield, electronic warfare, and propulsion. Find a mid-slot module in your cargo bay or hangar, such as an afterburner or a shield booster, and add it to your ship. Alright, let's go ahead and close the info window right here, and we're going to drag this civilian Gatling autocannon back into the item hangar. And, okay, this is the ship hangar. This shows what ships I have at this station. Right now it's just the Aegis. Alright, item hangar. Now we're going to find a mid-slot, which is one of these. See the two little dashes, mid-slot. Do we have one? Wow, I don't think we have one. So we can't actually follow this directive. Because in the tutorial, no mid-slot items dropped. I think the game just assumed that at random those were going to drop. Well, I can't fit a mid-slot module right now, which is a shame. I guess we could buy one. Because this is just a blueprint. It's not the actual module. This is a blueprint for an afterburner. Alright, well, let's veer off of the tutorial a little bit. I was going to try and follow just the tutorial to keep things simple. But since we can't, I'm going to look at my wallet here, and I've got 242,000 ISK, it says there on the left side. If I click on my wallet, it shows you all this stuff. This shows you what your transactions and things have been. These are the things that I've been doing since we started up this series of videos, or this video, or what have you. Since we started the tutorial, and we can see we're all in the green. We've done nothing but make money so far, and we've got a balance of 242,000 ISK. So with that, let's go to the market. Where is the regional market? Visit the regional market to buy and sell assets. Alright, so I'm going to hit regional market here, and I want to buy an afterburner. So we've got all kinds of different categories here that we can go through, but I'm just going to hit search term and search directly for a 1MN. Actually, let's just look up afterburner. and see what we get. Hit search. Do we have anything here? Implants, ship equipment. Let's accept ship equipment. So there's a 10 MN Afterburner one. Let's see how many people are selling it. Someone's selling a 10 MN Afterburner for 54,000 ISK right here at the State War Academy. And yes, if you buy something and it's not at your current station, you do have to fly out there to whatever station you bought it at to go get it. So if I bought something that was like here, like on Gita 4, at Moon 4, I have to go there to pick up this Afterburner. But we have a pretty low cost one right here for 54,000. And this is a 10 MN Afterburner. Let's see if I even have the skills to use it, right? So right here, I'm going to right click this, and I'm going to go show info, and I'm going to go to requirements. Ah, yes, it's already on the requirements tab. It shows that I already have the necessary skills to use this. But let's click on the fitting tab and see what sort of requirements it takes to actually load this thing up. It requires a medium power slot, we know that, and it requires 25 TF of CPU usage and 50 MW, I guess megawatts or what have you, of power grid usage. Alright, and my ship, what does my ship actually have? I have an availability of 93 CPU left, so we're going to use 25 of that, and I have an availability of 19 for my power grid. So this 10 MN Afterburner requires too much power for me to use because it requires 50. So I'm not going to buy this, okay? Because we can't even equip it to my current ship. We need a ship with a bigger capacitor, right? We need a ship with more power to power this Afterburner. So we're not going to buy this 10 MN Afterburner, which of course is better than a 1 MN Afterburner. So we're going to go back over here to the market and we're going to look for a 1 MN Afterburner. Smaller, much more easier to manage, right? Okay, so we've got a lot of these available here at the station, and we're going to go ahead and sort by price, just like this. There we go. There's one 9 jumps away for 11,900 ISK, or for 100 more ISK. We can go to the station. There's 26 available here for 12,000. Let's right-click, click Show Info, and this is much more manageable, right? We see here it requires 15 TF out of our 93. And requires 10 MW out of our 19. So yeah, it's going to take up half of our available power grid, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and just do that. Let's go ahead and buy one of these. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy one of these Afterburners right here. We're going to right-click this one and hit Buy This. Buy this. There we go. How many do I want? Okay, location right here at the State War Academy. Price 12,000 ISK, which is actually a discount off of the regional average. We're getting a good price here. The market is letting us know. On average, this is 12.28% lower than the average cost. Okay, and we only want one. We don't need more than that. We're only going to do one, and it's going to cost 12,000 ISK. So I'll hit Buy. There we go. Completed buying from the market. Oh, okay. Apparently that was part of the tutorial that came later. We completed that one just now. So we kind of did the... This is still the tutorial, apparently, but we did it a little bit out of order. Alright, so we've purchased something from the market. I've showed you a little bit about how that works. It's really fun. So I'm going to close the market right now. And in the item hanger now, we should have access to it. There it is. There's our new 1 MN Afterburner. So whenever you buy something, you'll find that item in the item hanger of whatever station you purchased it at. Okay, so we've got the 1 MN Afterburner. So now, in order to be able to complete this tutorial, we're going to fit this mid-slot module by dragging this right here. Oh, it says it right here. If you don't have a mid-slot item, you might like to try your luck by destroying and looting the hostiles at the rogue cloning facility. To do this, you would need to undock by clicking the indicated large yellow arrow, find the rogue cloning facility in your overview, and warp to it. Okay, well, we could have done that, too. But instead, we went to the market. Seems easier to me. But you could also do that as well, if that's something that you wanted to try out. So I'm going to click on the 1 MN Afterburner, drag it over to the mid-slot. Click. Alright, it is now selected. Now, fit a low-slot module. The low slots are used for armor, structure, and damage-enhancing modules. Find a low-slot module, such as an armor repairer or damage control, or a damage control, and add it to your ship. Again, if you don't have a low-slot item, you can do that whole thing with the rogue cloning facility. But we should have some low-slot modules right here. Yeah, see, we got an expanded cargo hold, 2 expanded cargo holds, so this will give us more cargo hold space. And we've also got civilian armor. What does this do for us right here? Right-click, show info. Description: this module uses nano-assemblers to repair damage done to the armor of the ship. Okay. Attributes, it shows you what we got here. Activation time, duration 6 seconds. Armor hit points repaired. It repairs 15 hit points whenever you activate this. Fitting requires low power and it's got very, very forgiving requirements to fit it. And it doesn't have any requirements because it's civilian armor repairer. So you don't need any specific skills to be able to use it. So that's fun stuff. Let's go ahead and fit our civilian armor repairer. There we go. Would you like to suggest another opportunity? Sure. Time to mine. Asteroid ore is the lifeblood of New Eden's industrial machine. The ore can be refined into essential materials for building or be sold directly for profit. It can provide a relatively safe, reliable source of income. Okay. Yeah, mining is pretty good for safe income. Pretty safe income. Undocking your ship. Once you are ready to head back into space for more action, start the undock sequence by clicking the indicated large yellow arrow, which is undock right over here on the right side of the screen. Alright, so we're done with the fitting bit, so we're going to close this, and we're going to close the inventory bit, and we're going to have a little look at our ship here. Kind of just take a look at what it's like inside the station. Pretty cool stuff. And then, of course, we're going to undock. Now, I could fit a second mining laser to make a mining operation easier, because we do have more mining lasers. But to do that, I would have to give up my gun, and I don't want to go out there without a gun. So we're going to hit undock. That's the first requirement for this part of the tutorial. Undocking. Alright. Here we go. Leaving the station now. We can see other ships moving around. The green ships are other players. So that's another player at this area. We can see even more of them over here. Doing this whole bit. Like if I wanted to, I can hit look at on these players and see what their ships look like. Not even sure what that guy is flying. Let's look at this ship. Oh, it's another Ibis. Also doing the tutorial, I'm sure. Yeah, it's approaching the... Looks like it's approaching the station from the same direction I did. Okay, so we're going to right-click and look at my ship. Where's my ship? Where am I? How do I look at my ship again? There we go. Got to right-click something that's not the station. The station was just taking up a large portion of our screen. Okay, so now it says, find an asteroid in the area of the rogue cloning facility, then use the radio menu to begin orbiting. In the area of the rogue cloning facility. Okay. So there's a beacon for rogue cloning facility that looks like that. That would be it, right? Nope, that's the Angel Cartel Research Bunker. There's another one right here. Research Bunker. Research Bunker. Alright, let's just find the rogue cloning facility over here. There it is. That's the one. Alright, so I have to find an asteroid belt within that area. Find an asteroid in the area of the rogue cloning facility. Alright, so we can head out there. The rogue cloning facility in this system is hidden in a field of asteroids. Warp out there. Asteroids can be found in asteroid belts or in anomalies shown in your sensor overlay. Okay, so we've got the rogue cloning facility selected. Let's right-click and hit warp to within... I'm going to warp to it within 10 kilometers instead of 0. Because we don't want to warp right up on the cloning facility. We want to have a little bit of distance out there. So we're going to warp in that direction. Let our ship do its thing. Notice now that we've also got 2 new icons on our HUD. We've got our afterburner, and it shows you what your max velocity is without using the afterburner, and what your max velocity is with the afterburner. Clicking it, however, will use up energy from this capacitor. We can see the capacitor is 149 of 150. If I click this, yes, it increases my ship's maximum speed and acceleration, I think. But it will begin to drain energy, and you can toggle it on and off. And this thing also repairs 15 hit points periodically, and also takes up energy. Same thing. Alright, so we're out here, and we can see on our overview that there are a lot of hostiles out here within 25 kilometers and 19 kilometers and further. So we can kind of take a look around, kind of zoom out here, and kind of get a really good overview of what our surroundings look like. Okay, so this is the general area where we actually are right now. Alright, so now we need to find an asteroid, which looks like that icon right there. So let's find that icon on the map here. If I zoom in, I don't see any. There are no individual asteroids here. It looks like this whole place might have been all mined out. There are no asteroids here to mine. This is unfortunate for the tutorial. We are at the rogue cloning facility, but there are no asteroids. If there were, it would say asteroid out here. There are no other players out here either, though. I mean, it makes sense if there are no asteroids. And I'm not sure how to proceed with this. I think what we can do is we can just go to... Let's try a different area. Let's warp out of here.
Warp drive active.
Let's see if we can go find asteroids elsewhere. Because there should be a ton of asteroids out here, apparently, for the sake of the tutorial, but there aren't. But we're not going to let that stop us, right? Thing is, I don't know if this is going to complete the objective if I lock onto an asteroid that's not at the cloning facility. But let's find out, dear viewers. Completed. Visit a cosmic anomaly. Oh, nice. Whoa. This is not what I thought it would be. Battle cruisers, frigates. Okay, we're gonna leave immediately. Because those are hostile cruisers and battle cruisers. So we're just gonna warp directly back to the State War Academy before anything notices us. We don't want any of this stuff to notice. That looks like it's for much higher level players than us. So we are gonna get out of here for right now. Later! That should almost that should generally be your reaction in Eve whenever you come across something you can't handle. Just get out of there. If you don't know, oh look, there's some asteroids. We're passing up some asteroids right now. Where are those asteroids? They're out there. I want to click one. Okay, we're warping, so that's fine. But that is a cluster of asteroids right there. Right. Asteroid belt. All right. There's some. Let's click that and warp to it.
Warp drive active.
See, we just made our way back to the War Academy. That's how we got out of there. So off we go. So we did find some asteroids. Let's see if locking onto one of these will complete our objective. Here we go. This is a straight up asteroid belt out here. Okay. Well, now we just gotta pick a good asteroid to go mine. Well, we're at the belt, but I don't see any actual asteroids here. Let's go ahead and approach the belt itself. I just double clicked out there, and my ship's gonna get going. Now, because we're kind of far away from those asteroids, now's a perfect opportunity for us to use the afterburner, see if we can get closer faster. Notice that our max speed right now, we're approaching our speed right now. 328, 329. Hit this, boom, and our speed cuts in half, or our max speed cuts in half, and we begin speeding up to 700 or so. Now we're going much faster. 500 meters a second, 600 meters a second. And we're going to max out at 708 meters a second. Now we're moving much faster. But you can also see that our capacitor is draining. See that? 135, 136, 137, 138, and it should tick down to 125, just like that. Alright, so here we are, but we can't seem to mine any of these asteroids. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off our afterburner, and we'll stop our ship before we get into ramming asteroid mode. Okay, so we couldn't really do anything here. That is a shame. I guess we can try going back out to the rogue cloning facility and finding more asteroids. Oh, I can click on individual asteroids. They're just not showing up like it right here. I can click them. Okay. But they're not showing up in my overview. Okay. I'm going to do by distance here. But they're not showing up in my overview. That makes a lot of sense. Mining. If we click on mining... Okay, there's another tab. So this is new. This is something that wasn't there in Eve when I played it before. So I apologize, but I may have been misleading you a lot, dear viewers, as far as the tutorial is concerned. but this is a learning experience for me too. So if you're following along with me, then I may have confused you a little bit there. I hope it wasn't too much of a sidetrack for you. More experienced Eve players must have been a little frustrated at seeing me do that. So anyway, let's go ahead and do what it said to do, and we will go back out to the cloning facility, right-click, warp to, let's go ahead and, yeah, 10 kilometers sounds good again. Okay, we're going to warp back to the cloning facility, and this time, with the knowledge that we have a mining tab to be able to pick out individual asteroids, oh man, we're going to, like, sail through these asteroids at warp speed. That's awesome. But at least we got to see the afterburner at work, right? Sailing right by a planet. That looks awesome. Alright, we're back out here at the cloning facility. Okay, so there are plenty of asteroids now. I click on mining, and here we have asteroids. There's one 15 kilometers away. Alright, so now we're going to orbit it, because it says to do that in the tutorial over here. It says find an asteroid and use the radial menu to begin orbiting it. So we're going to orbit it at 1,000 meters. How do I change that? I don't know how to change the default orbit on that. Anyway, we're going to orbit it at 1,000 meters. Okay, we're moving toward it. But we've got to be careful because there's a hoodlum also in that direction, right? Oh, but he's 47 kilometers out. Okay, so we're approaching the asteroid, and again we're going to click our afterburner to move faster toward it. And we'll turn off the afterburner as we get within the 1,000 meter mark. But the afterburner is definitely very useful. I would recommend picking it up because we're moving around twice as fast as we were before with it. Alright, we're going to turn it off now. Click. Okay. Find the closest asteroid and target lock it. Okay, well we're orbiting this one now. So see, our ship is going to do its thing. So now we're going to target lock this one, just like you would with an enemy. You can also hold-click the asteroid and use the radial menu to target it. Or we can click on our mining laser and then click the asteroid. And we'll begin mining. Activate mining laser has already been the objective has already been completed. Okay. Wait for your mining laser cycle to finish at least 3 cycles. It may take a little more time, but why not take the time to fill up your cargo hold and get back to your station once you are done? And make some money from your hard labor. Feldspar, a basic type of ore. Alright, so now we're going to open our cargo hold. Let's go ahead and zoom out here just a little bit while we watch our ship orbit this thing. Actually, we can right-click and hit look at. Isn't that kind of cool? Okay, open up the cargo hold, and we can see that we are steadily mining Feldspar. See, we're up to 276 Feldspar right now. There's our ship orbiting. And it should tick again very shortly. 345, see, so we're mining some Feldspar, and as we mine more Feldspar, we can see that our capacity in our cargo hold is increasing. So whenever this ticks up again, we're going to see this bar go up a little bit. And so the tutorial kind of recommends that you fill up your cargo hold completely before you return to the station. We may or may not do that. Okay, let's read this. Let's go ahead and make that a little smaller and do this. Okay. Raw ore needs to be reprocessed in order to turn it into refined, usable materials. Reprocessing can extract valuable minerals. Refined usable minerals. Reprocessing can extract valuable minerals from the ore depending on how skillful you are at the process. Many items can also be reprocessed into minerals. So items can be reprocessed into minerals as well, not just ore. Alright, you can reprocess the raw ore you've collected by docking in a station and using the reprocessing service that can be accessed by right-clicking the ore. Okay, so there's an icon for reprocessing service. So that's our next bit. Our next bit is to return to the station and then process this ore. We've got 759. That's fine for now. We're going to go ahead and unlock target. And that will stop mining from that asteroid. Okay, now we're going to look at my ship. There we go. And we're going to go back to the War Academy by clicking on the General tab. Oh, there's a Warp 2 tab. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, lots of stuff. We're going to go to General, and we're going to locate the State War Academy on here. We just found it. Right click, and we're going to warp to within 0 meters so that we can go dock at it again. And we're going to go reprocess this ore. Now, it's very possible for a player to make a mass amount of wealth by just mining these different ores. There's lots of different ores, and generally the further out you get into space and the further away from NPC protected space, because there's large portions of space that are protected by NPCs. But then, further out, in non-protected lands, or non-protected portions of space, players are left to uphold their own version of the law. And generally, the more further out you go into these Wild West area styles of space, portions of space, the more valuable the ores you're going to find. I think that's generally the case, I want to say.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So generally speaking, well, players can get large ships and outfit them with lots of cargo space and lots of mining lasers and mine a whole bunch of ore, and then they can reprocess that ore and they can sell it to other players and make a lot of money doing so. And you can bet that corporations probably lean on that. Player corporations probably lean a lot on miners in their corporation to be able to fund the corporation's endeavors, because players do that sort of thing a lot here. And if you want to keep your military stocked, then you're going to need a lot of money, because you need to constantly replace ships, you need to constantly pay for upgrades, players need rewards and incentives to do things for corporations. There's all sorts of things that need to happen for corporations to survive, and mining is a nice solid way for corporations to keep a steady income. It's probably the most basic way for corporations to keep their steady income, in addition to a lot of other ways, such as PvP and controlling areas of space, and engineering and research, and playing the stock market and things like that, or playing the market and things like that. There's a lot of things that happen in this game, in other words, and mining is, of course, one of the most basic ways to make money, which is why they're showing you this right here in the tutorial. Alright, so now we're going to click on the reprocessing icon over here, which was supposed to be in a thing over here-ish. Where is it? It says it looks like that. You can reprocess the raw ore you've collected by docking at a station, we've done that, and using the reprocessing service that can be accessed by right-clicking the ore. Oh, I see. So we've got to right-click the ore. So we're going to right-click our ship here, and we're going to open cargo hold. There it is. And we're going to right-click the ore. And since we're here, actually, I think we can radio menu it, maybe? Radio menu? No, we right-click it. It says reprocess, so we're going to reprocess this. Okay, so apparently, what is this? 50%. Asteroid reprocessing yield, 50%. Reprocessing calculations, 50% base yield. I get a 1.0 bonus from ore processing skills average. So basically, there are more skills that you can learn, just like my character right now. Let's go ahead and click this. Right now my character is learning rapid firing, which is going to take another 6 hours, 19 minutes, and 1 second. My character is learning this, but there are other skills you can learn. You can see right here. Drag this window off. This tooltip says there are other skills called ore processing, reprocessing efficiency, and reprocessing. There are 3 other skills that we can learn here. And I wonder where we can find them. Resource processing right here. Okay, we've got access to a couple of them. But you can also buy other skills on the market, from what I recall. So there is that. We're not going to worry about that right now. Right now, I know we're getting 50% yield off of this. So we are going to hit reprocess and get 1660 tritanium off of this. Reprocessed from Veldspar. Ah, okay. Half of it's not recoverable. That makes sense. Now, if my mining or if my reprocessing skills were a little bit better, or were better, then I could get more use out of every bit of ore that was mined. And you can bet some players do level up their characters in that way so they can make the most money possible off of their mining time. And you can bet that helps fund some corporations. So anyway, here's this. You hit reprocess. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? We're going to hit next and see what the next opportunity is. But we have been recording for a while now, so it's probably time to bring this particular session to a close. Market forces. The market can be your road to great wealth and your portal to what you need. In the market, you can get better ships, more powerful modules, blueprints for reproduction, or ore for processing. You can also sell stuff you have just mined, bought, looted, or traded. Eventually, you may be making many millions through the market. Let's liquidate some unneeded assets for hard cash. Next. Okay, before we do that, let me go ahead and close this. I am going to go ahead and end this particular session and make some videos out of this recorded session. Let me folks know what you think about this, and if you want to see more of it or not. I think I might very well upload this as one video. Oh, maybe not. I shouldn't say that right now because this might come out as several videos. It's difficult for me to say right now. But let me know what you folks think about this and whether or not you want to see more of it, because I'd be interested in making some more videos of this if you're interested in seeing it. Otherwise, I might move on to other things and just play this on my own for a couple of months. But who knows? Again, let me know what you think, and if you want to see more of this, sound off, because that's important at this point for me. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, dear viewers, and I will see you folks next time.